Welcome to Feminist Desserts Field channel. So today is another pep talk. So who's excited? So I really hope this will be interesting for you guys. You know, it's just about how to increase your customer base and followers, most especially on Instagram. There are a lot of dynamics as to how to increase your followers and engagement and the likes of it on Instagram using all of those algorithms. But I'll try to, let you know what has worked for me over time. Like, I can legit tell you that I got about 30,000 extra followers in about 2 months. Yeah, that was last year. And they still keep going up, okay? So, coming to look at it like that, you definitely know that there's something that I'm doing right? I'm not, I don't actually put myself under any kind of pressure. Alright, I just try to do my thing, and luckily for me it's been working for me. Alright, so making sure to know that I have content that people around me would like is a very important factor. So I'll just state out about 2 to 3 key points or key tricks that I've always used or that has worked for me. Alright, so the first thing is, I'd like you to be sure with yourself, like you determine by your own self if you want to remain, as in, if you're a business owner right now, okay, using an Instagram platform to market your business, you need to be sure if you're going to be a content creator, all right, or you're going to retain being a professional, just a professional like that. Now, you having a creator account is the only way you can actually release content unlimited, all right, reels and the likes of it, so that you can actually get on the explore page, and then other people can view it, and then they can then be drawn to your page, and then most of the time then they like they view your content, your videos, your reels. All right, they view it, and then if they like it, they will definitely follow you, just so that they can see others when they come on your page again. So I'd like you to decide, because for you to be a content creator, you must be ready to create content. All right, content that would actually appeal to your audience, that will draw more people to your audience. Nothing boring, all right, nothing too extravagant, but something that will speak well to the nature of business that you do and your personality. Your personality is very important here too, because for you to be a content creator, you like to have a dynamic style. Okay, you can decide to be doing reels in a way that you'll be teaching people every time, so at least people that see you know, or that know your account, to know that once they come up on your page, they are definitely sure they're learning something new. If you're going to be using the approach of maybe throwing around jokes or making it very entertaining, you might want to stick to that. So for people to come to you, know that, oh, okay, you can get a good comic relief from this page when they come to this. So try and stand out and try and pick something that will be dynamic to you. For my page, for instance, now, I decided to just make it like a platform to teach little tips and tricks on decorating. All right, so I just started doing BTS. That's what it's called in short, and that's behind the scene short clips, videos of how I achieve my decorated cakes. All right, so in saying that, I make short reels all the time, most times, and emphasize on some tricks that might even look like it's too good to be true, or it's more like magic. So I just do it, and then people get to learn. All right, so and definitely where there's a platform where people can learn, the people are drawn to that kind of platform to learn new things, especially when it's free of charge. All right, so for instance, now I do that all the time. I started doing that about sometime last year, and I can tell you categorically that the major factor that has been put in place that has increased my followers by over 30,000 in 2 months has been my reels. I've always done behind the scene reels, all right, and you see those behind the scene reels, I try, no matter how short they are, I try to teach something new every time. All right, so they learn. All right, so there are about 2 videos that actually stood out for me just when I started making my reel videos. I have 2 of them. I think the first one, I had my baby strapped to my back. I taught a technique. I think it was like the fault line technique. All right, I think it got about 1 million views. I'm very serious about that. Hope you enjoyed watching that. That's the first video. Okay, so talking about the second video, I think about 3 weeks after that, I released another BTS that generated nothing less than about 500,000 views again, and then lots of saves and comments and likes as well. So you can also watch that now. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed watching the second video as well. So that said, I think it's enough to convince you that content creation is very important. All right, content creation is very important. Create content that are dynamic, that are unique, never ever haven't been seen kind of content that will draw people more to your page. So I think that's the cap of the first point. The second point is, like I said, share unique and never seen ideas, which would require you to think outside the box. All right, when I thought of that frog technique, I just thought of it. I think it was just one of those days where I just sat down and I was just thinking, oh, what can I do differently? And I just saw a fork line about, and I just picked it and I just made the design. I never really even knew it was going to turn out fine. Like, that's what you see when you're a content creator. Trust me, you are going to be forced to think out of the box. You're going to be forced to take risks on designs. You are even going to be forced to be able or to be willing to maybe clear off a design that you feel is not nice and start all over again. All right, because what you're trying to do is trying to release something new every single time. Because the more you release the same thing over and over, the more your audience will get tired of you. Like, they feel you don't have anything to offer again. So always give them the impression that you have something that you can offer them. Now, there's something that is also very important to know. They can follow you today, all right, and unfollow you. If there's any situation that it seems like you become not as active as pushing this your content part of your business, and you renege or you stop dropping good ideas that will be fascinating, you would only notice two things. It's either your followers will remain on the spot. That means that you're not getting new followers, or you'd realize that sometimes in rare cases your followers will drop, and when they drop, it means people are leaving you. All right, so you don't want to start something and not sustain it. You have to create sustainable content. You don't want to start, get followers, renege, or get lackadaisical about it, and then you have like a decline in the way your followers increase. So you have to be able to sustain whatever content or whatever pattern it is that you want to follow in your content creation. All right, so aside saying that you should share unique, never seen ideas before, I've already said this will be majorly achievable. See, Instagram is not like a market hub, okay? It's a market hub. You can pick your style of marketing, okay? It has made it really good for people to do business, even for those that do not have a physical space. All right, you can always sell out your product and everything via the platform of making behind the scenes videos, short reels, entertaining reels. You can even mix that with the more serious ones. So you don't look all rigid and uptight at all times. Make it fun. Make your followers and your audience enjoy being on your page. Make them look forward to always coming up on your page every day to see something that would interest them. It's a very important thing, and it is actually not easy. I'm not going to tell you lies, but that's where the passion comes through. And when you see the results, you'll be motivated to keep going. All right, please never use steal other people's content for any reason. There are things that can actually put you in a bad spot in this whole content creation thing. Please don't get desperate by going on other people's pages to steal their content thinking they wouldn't find out. It just takes about 2 to 3 accounts to report your page, and it will be taken down. We've had so many unfortunate situations in recent times where pages just get taken down. We really do not know why this happens, but I can tell you for a fact that you see Uncle Mark Zuckerberg, he doesn't like things that don't look straightforward. He doesn't like you taking other people's content. He doesn't like you posting things that are offensive to the audience. He doesn't like you posting things that seem like spam. He doesn't like all those things. Face your business squarely, all right? And when you do that, post for your audience to enjoy. He doesn't also like posting abusive content, all right? So that's the reason why a lot of people have issues with their page, because you try to do what others are doing and it may not favor you, all right? If it's, for instance, that a cake blog, a cake page is not expected to start posting offensive content that would be, that would be controversial in any way. Just face your cake craft, decorating tips, baking tips, maybe free recipes today, BTS on you yourself or something. But like a blog, like a formal cake, like a formal blog, like a regular blog, a media blog, can actually post offensive content. That is what they do, and it's not more likely that they will take down their page, because that's what they do. That's the nature of their business. So everybody is dynamic, so you have to understand the nature of whatever it is you are promoting on your brand, so that you don't jeopardize the growth that is coming up, or that is already, like, you don't put yourself in a bad spot. So that said, I'm going to tell you that never you buy followers. Please and please, never you buy followers and never you buy likes. This is a very sensitive issue, but it has to be said the way it has to be said. Never you. You can imagine going on somebody's page and realizing that the views are less than the likes. That's not realistic. Something is not adding up. And the moment you keep doing that, you are already putting yourself in a bad spot. Now talking about Instagram followers, the number, like on the surface level, okay? It's actually not very wise to look at somebody's page and look at the followers and feel, oh, this person has a lot of followers more than me and will definitely have more sales than I do. It may not be true. Now looking at it, everyone on its own, like everyone has the kind of nature of followers that they have. You see, some kind of cake pages have more bakers following them. For instance, now maybe there's somebody that has 5,000 followers, for instance, and maybe 3,005 out of those followers are bakers, are fellow bakers, all right? Maybe because they've been drawn to the page by the kind of content that they've been releasing. So those bakers that are following are seeing that page as a platform to learn new things. So you see, that kind of account, that kind of Instagram account might have less patronage because they have less customer base as followers. They have more bakers, all right? So you can just look at the surface of those ones, and it wouldn't be fair for anybody to just look at those 5,000 followers and assume that all 5,000 of them are customers or clients, and so you just try to conclude that the person is doing so good and all of that. Meanwhile, there can be another Instagram account, another cake account, that they might have just about 1,000 followers, and maybe 800 or 900 out of those followers are clients. Maybe because this particular account hasn't gone through the route of teaching, so they have more clients that follow, that don't need to learn anything. They just want to place an order and go. All right, so for those people, they are more likely to make more sales, despite the fact that they have lesser followers. They're more likely to make more sales than the person that has 5,000 followers, that has more bakers, more fellow bakers as followers. All right, so in that case, if you're able to study your followers and know the kind of people that are following you, you'll be able to decide by yourself the pattern you're going to go in, the way you're going to like push out your brand, push out your product, do adverts, and your content generally. If, for instance, the bulk of your followers are bakers, you know for a fact that you need to push your content more towards teaching them tips and tricks, teaching them new ideas, sharing little hacks and tricks that can help them, because now they're on your page majorly to learn and not to patronize you. All right, and then if you're somebody that has more followers that are potential customers, even if they haven't patronized you, that are potential customers, you know that you have to follow the pattern of advertising your cakes more, your deals, your combo deals, your promo packages, your discount packages, your cake recipes, how your cakes look, all those things that would appeal to that kind of audience, that will draw them to come and even say, okay, let me even enter the DM and patronize this person. All right, so everyone has a dynamic. You have to be the one by yourself to get on your page, do some work, do some research, look through your followers, and you'll be able to determine by yourself if you have more bakers or if you have more customers as your followers. That alone will help you to know the pattern you're going to follow in whatever it is you want to do, being a content creator. So even if you're a content creator and you have more followers that are bakers, you know that your BTS and all of those things should subsist more around teaching them little tips and tricks. But if you have more clients, you know that you need to think out of the box for combo deals, ideas, discount packages, and all of those things that you put up on your page for those kind of people to be more interested and to be more convinced that yes, they can actually patronize you. So in everything I'm saying now, I'm just going to give you a quick summary of everything I've just said today. It's just for you to understand that in marketing yourself on Instagram, for the aim of getting to increase your customer base and followers, you have to understand the kinds of followers that are following you. Number one, you have to understand the nature of your business. A baker's style of marketing is definitely not going to be a tailor's style of marketing, all right? So you have to be dynamic, you have to be able to think outside the box, and the overall aim in all of these things is profit, right? Making some money, making profits in the business. Yes, even if you do things that might seem like you want to use to get more followers and you don't end up getting more clients in the same pattern, what would happen is, yes, on the surface it will seem like, oh, you have a lot of followers and you are big on the followership and all that, but how about your the financial aspect of it? How about you working hard to get on clients and customers on board that will be willing to patronize you, and of course so you can generate more revenue? Because at the end of the day, aside from all of this Instagram likes, followers, the main aim is for you to be able to run a sustainable business that will be able to pay your staff even if you have just one or two, and will be able to take care of your own personal needs, and that you'll be able to make some more money to generate back into the business so that it can actually be a thriving and a sustainable business. Instagram is just a platform, all right, but then you can make the best of it, all right? In everything you're doing, just take the right decisions at every time. I just do hope that these little tips and tricks can actually guide you on the right track to knowing how to get on more followers on your page, getting more likes. And please, I forgot one thing: always try the best you can, all right, to respond to every comment on your page. It's a very hard thing to do. I'm personally guilty of that. Like I it's hard. It's not like I don't want to respond, but I get so busy, I get so tired, and at the end of the day, some comments now run so long ago, and I'm like, oh, how do I go and revisit this? So I'm personally working on myself. I promise. I'm personally working on myself to respond to every comment that I get under my post, because there's a thing that these things do to your audience. It makes them feel wanted, all right? It makes them feel accepted. It makes them feel like you're not just spamming them with the content and going off, all right? It makes you not look like you're just a disappearing act, okay? You post and then you engage them. Ask your audience questions. Throw around some giveaways. Ask them questions, and when they respond, give them thumbs up, respond to their answers, and make them feel like there's a community here where they belong to. Definitely when you do that, they don't see you high up there, they see you on their level, and they can follow you. And when they follow you, word of mouth is good. They talk about how so gracious you are with responding to their comments. Respond to your DMs. It might be overwhelming sometimes. Respond. You remember, it's an online platform, all right? They can't see you physically. The only way some people can gain your trust is when you respond to their inquiries on time, in good time, and then they know that you're not a scam or anything, all right? So I try and just set out some time to do this, maybe every 2 days or anything, so that at the end of the day, you don't just make your followers look like they are lost on an island or something. So I really do hope that all of these tricks and tips help to make you a better creator on Instagram, make you have more followers, and make you have a good or a better approach as to how you run your page, all right? So that'll be all for today. I always and will always remain your favorite girl, Famous Dessert Feel. Today Okay, just follow my YouTube handle, as you know, subscribe, and drop a comment or two. It really helps me to know if I'm actually on the right track. Okay, and it helps me to know if you are learning a thing or two. All right, so if you are, please be gracious enough to drop a comment, drop a thumbs up, all right, and subscribe, so that for every time I drop some videos, you will be the first to see it. Okay, and I do hope to continue to be your favorite girl. I do hope to release few tips and tricks like this that can always help all of us together to fly together on the gram and basically generally. So stay tuned and stay with me, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.